What's up? Black men need more emotional connection with black men. Now, one thing I noticed that is very harmful to a black man's masculinity is his ability to be connected with other black men. And this is one of the things that can cause a black man to question his masculinity if the other boys don't accept him or other men don't accept that little boy or that man. And we have to start changing our language and how we approach if we see a black boy who maybe isn't doing something that a black boy is supposed to do, which means that if you see a boy that might be acting more feminine or more like a girl, that doesn't mean that that little boy has a that doesn't mean that he's gay or that he likes men. What that means is that he needs correction and he needs to be taught how to be a man. And I think that it's every man has to be taught how to be a man in some type of way, and we are through our environment a lot of the times, but we need to start setting up more organization and community around black men and raising us in a way that we become strong in our identity as black men. And I really see that a lot of times when you grow up, the other boys will pick on you, the other boys will come at you a lot of the times if you don't fit this stereotypical, not saying that it's stereotypical, but if you don't fit that traditional mold of, oh, he not acting boyish, he's not acting like a boy, right? And I think that that is a major problem because it gives a lot of black men identity issues when they're not accepted by other men. And I think one of the solutions we have to go towards is being in a place where we're more emotionally in tune with black men. One thing that I think produces masculine men, and I'm not trying to make it sound like you gotta cry and you gotta do this. I'm not promoting being emotionally weak. I'm promoting being emotionally strong, but I'm also promoting emotional connection. And one thing that we confuse as girly or feminine a lot of the times is when we have a man that is emotional. Understand that everybody in this entire planet has emotions, and you have to know how to use them to build relationships to help you. I think there's a lot of older men who think that they can't be emotionally available to their sons. And I'm here to say that is the worst thing you could do with men is when the men aren't emotionally available to other men. And oftentimes this is the best place to emotionally open up is with other men, because if you do that around a woman, a lot of the times she's going to only see that as a weakness. When you can emotionally open up with your friends that might be male, you get an opportunity to connect with them and feel secure around your male friends or your men that are friends, because you can open up about how it is to be a man. You can open up with how it is with your vulnerabilities. You can be vulnerable around them. And I think that we need to have more black men coming together and being vulnerable with each other, because we can't be vulnerable with anybody else. So why not be vulnerable with each other and build each other? This is how we create stronger, more masculine men, more men who have the same vision with each other, and they can operate and create something together. The problem that we have is that we're in this mentality of masculinity where it's more self-destructive than it is actually improving and helping each other prosper individually and as a community. So, and this is something that I struggle with in real life. And I can't sit here and blame other kids because I used to be in the same mentality. Oh, you can't do that. You can't be acting like that. You can't be doing all that. I'm not trying to open up room for, different ways of defining masculinity. All I'm saying is emotional availability is a part of being masculine, right? It's not being super emotionally unavailable and then calling that stoic, because that's not stoic. What we have to understand is you have to know how to use your emotions, not to cut off your emotions. And that's the problem we have. And that's how you create more men who have identity issues, because they didn't get that emotional connection that they were supposed to get from their father figure or other male figures in their life, or their friends, or just male connection overall, male emotional connection, right? And I believe this is a very different dynamic from emotional connection with a woman, right? And that's where it includes more intimacy, like sex and stuff like that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about male to male connection, and why you need to be able to emotionally connect with other men, and that creates stronger relationships, more comfortability around your friends, more vulnerability, that opens you up to being yourself around your friends, right? And we need to have more boys and men teaching the other men that it's the best thing you can do. The best thing you can do is to be emotionally available. I'm not saying to just spill out your life story to everybody, but I'm saying it's a positive thing that can help you when you're emotionally available. And you have to get to know people and stuff, make sure they won't try to hurt you. But I would say that when you're around the right group of guys who are like-minded, and y'all can emotionally connect and be vulnerable around each other about certain things, whatever that may be, uh you create a bond that is so strong that it builds confidence. It pushes you up to be a better person. So we have to create a more positive and productive environment around the relationships we have with other black men. And that's something that we lack nowadays, because we have a we define masculinity in a very self-destructive way, where it hurts us most of the time. And we can't focus on what the girl likes all the time, because the more we have men who are focusing on, oh, the woman like this and the woman like that, understand it's all about productivity and helping each other and improving each other. Don't do things purely out of the lens of attraction. And attraction is a part of this. Attraction shouldn't be ignored, but attraction can't be the main thing, because it'll take you away from logic and reasonable thinking and productive thinking that'll help you improve as a person and everybody as a community. So that is something that's important that we have to remember when we're coming together as men. It's only gonna make us stronger if we can be like-minded and emotionally connect and be vulnerable with each other. Peace out.